All right, so today's notes, I want you to start by titling your notes in your notebook. Today's date, today is Thursday. Well, it will be Thursday, November 4th. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write the converse of the Pythagorean theorem, right? This is going to be the opposite of the Pythagorean theorem. So I want you to write in your notebook, I want you to write the title, I want you to draw the picture, and I want you to write this part right here. You don't have to write the big old chunk of words right here. But basically what that's saying is if the square of the length of the longest side of the triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the lengths of the two other sides, or legs, then the triangle is a right triangle, right? So basically what that's saying, if I have a triangle Pythagorean, if I see a triangle Pythagorean somewhere, not a Pythagorean, a triangle triple and a triangle, I can say that this is a right triangle. Okay, you should have had that written down by now. With the Edpuzzle, it will pause it for you. So start with our first example, right? We're going to tell whether each triangle is a right triangle. So we're going to use our Pythagorean theorem, right? So we just need, let's go and write this down. We have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, so I'm going to say, hey, this is my longest side. This is a, b, and c. So let's plug this in. So we have 8 squared plus, why did I write b? Let's try that again. So 7 squared equals the square root of 113 squared, right? Well, we know what 8 squared is. That's going to be 64. We know what 7 squared, that is 49. And when we take the square of a square root, those are inverse operations. So the square root just goes away. So we're going to be left with 113. Right, that'd be like saying I added 5 and subtracted 5 from a number. We're just going to be left with just that number. All right, so if I add 64 plus 49, I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit. I'm going to use Desmos to help us out here. Oh, pressing down on the 0 button. So let's go and switch over screens. All right, so we got 64 plus 49. It's 113. So I have 113 equals 113, which is a true statement. So yes, this is a right triangle. So we'd write yes, right triangle. Okay. All right, so letter B, right? So we're going to say, let's go. Again, we're going to use our Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? We're going to, my two short sides are going to be a and b, and my long side is right here. So let's plug this in. We got 15 squared plus 36 squared equals 4 square root of 95 squared. All right, so I'm going to switch over to our calculator just to show everybody. We have 15 squared, that's going to be 225. 36 squared is going to be 1,296. And then we want to do 4 times. Now remember, use the keyboard, square root 95. And I want to put parentheses around this and square it. So it's going to be 1,520. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to write these down now. I'm going to go put this back. So we said that 15 times 15 is going to be 225. We said 36 squared is going to be 1,296. And then we said 4 times the square root of 95 is going to be 1,520. Now we combine like terms. We're going to add those two together. So we'll get 225 plus 1296. Let's go and switch back. We add that. So we got 1521. So we have 1521. Bring this down. 1520. These are not equal. So we're going to say not a right triangle. That's our answer. So that's example. Example 4 from continue on from our last section. Let's try a couple more. I want you to try these two. I'm going to give you a second to try them both out. starting with letter A. All right. So again, we're going to call this A, B, C. So we need 8 squared plus 4 square root of 5 squared equals 12 squared. Well, 8 times 8 is 64. And we know that 12 times 12 is going to be 144. And then let's do the last one. At Desmos, we have parentheses 4 times the square root of 5. That is going to be 80. So I'm going to write that down and move over. So we have 64 plus 80 equals 144. And I add those two numbers together. So 4 plus 0 is going to be 4. And 6 plus 8 is 14. So this is a yes, right triangle. Then here, try letter B. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label my parts. I'm going to do 9 squared plus 2 square root of 30 squared equals 14 squared. 9 squared is going to be 81. That would be, sorry, I was typing that onto Desmos. 2 times the square root of 30 squared is going to be 120. So we got 120. And then 14 times 14, 14 squared. So we have 196. All right, so we got to combine like terms. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry the 1. So we have 201 equals 196. Okay, that is not true. So this is going to be not a right triangle. All right, let's our last example. Because yeah, tomorrow we're going to be starting our new section. It's going to be on special right triangles. We'll probably take a couple days on that. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. For the rest of the class, what I want you to work on is in Delta Math, I added the converse. I added 10 problems. Converse of the Pythagorean theorem, level 1. You're going to see problems like this where, hey, I give you a set of 3 triangles. You have to tell me, is it a right triangle or not? You have to find the, in this case, which of the following sets of numbers could not represent the 3 sides of a right triangle. So you have to figure out which one is not a right triangle. So if you remember your triangle, your Pythagorean theorem triples, like this is going to be a right triangle. 5, 12, 13. That's one of my triples. You need to check the other ones. Okay. All right. Have a great day. If you have any questions, please email me. I might be a little slow to respond, but I will get back to you as soon as I can.